I already know the reason I shine. Looking for symptoms online. Emotional instability, impulsive behavior, rage, sorrow, borderline personality. It's a disorder, but it's important, cause without that I just blend in. I'm just brave enough to say it out loud, I'm not unpretending. When I was on road, they'd say I was mad, and that was cool, cause we had to be bad. Now that I'm famous, I've had to change the way that I think and the way that I act. Emotionally switched off, I'm only just fixing it now. I've got to thank my girl for sticking around and holding me up, cause I could have drowned and never again will I let her down. Responsibility comes with a crown, and that's why I always frown. It was my job to build a bridge all the way from the north over to the south. And when they take shots, I watch it bounce off my body armor. I'm Marcus Aurelius, Julius Caesar. I used to suffer with sieges, I guess everyone's vulnerable. It's what you do with the struggle though. Can't believe I got trainers in JD, but I used to be criminal. 29 years of December, but this one is a miracle. I've done well for an ex-gang member, and I've done bits and bobs just like what Montana done to Rebenga. I'm one of the last ones standing, everyone's dead or in jail now, and I've got trauma that creeps up on me that I try not to remember. I was born in December, 5 days before Christmas Day, haunted by the ghost of the Christmas past. Didn't wanna blind them, so I kept my wrist tilted this way. I'm not afraid to drop to my knees and pray, cause I never thought that I'd overcome this pain. I was born in December, 5 days before Christmas Day, haunted by the ghost of the Christmas past. Didn't wanna blind them, so I kept my wrist tilted this way. I'm not afraid to drop to my knees and pray, cause I never thought that I'd overcome this pain.
Yeah. Bugsy Malone, December.
Reg.
It's fungiFerg, Prod Rage. You're locked into the Cush UK Takeover Show. Shouts to everyone still locked in. Toasties all round. Yes, I. Now, sticking round Middlesbrough area, still with Gangreens, but I wasn't. We weren't actually on the bill. I just showed up to support like the local acts, and obviously just to see the next act that we're gonna have on. And when I turned up, it was just such a hype and that, and Blitz was there and the rest of it, and I was speaking with him and whatever, and I said, "Oh, you're gonna let us jump on just as a bit of a joke." But I was itching to get on stage. I was like, "You're gonna let us jump on one of your tracks." So as he was on stage, he introduced us up, jumped on one of the tracks and that. And if I do say so myself, I shelled it nicely. Just did a nice 32, nice 32 over the track the certain track that Blitz had on. Blitz shelled it also as well. And Devilman, like he kept looking. Like he was at the back of it was in Spence's. He kept popping his head out when we were on stage, like me and Blitz and that. And so like you could see he was noticing and the rest of it. And then when it came around to his set, he got a few people on stage to do like do you know any of my bars, things like that. I didn't have a hype man, things like that. Anyway, I turned out being his hype man. I wasn't on the bill. Turned up, did a 32 or whatever on Blitz's set, and then jumped on stage with him and just hyped him up. Like the 1 cent, all of that. You done all of that. Now this next one's from Devilman. It's Flawless Victory. Unfortunately, the crowd wasn't very big there. He should have had more of a turnout than what he did. But the vibe, even though crowds sometimes are small, the vibe can still be sick. And the vibe was with this one. Yeah, I had a proper rave. Now this one's his latest freestyle. It's Flawless Victory freestyle. This is Devilman. Let's go.
Westion Productions.
Yeah. Listen.
Clashman and grind, clashman and drill. Any place, any time, going for the kill. Come against me, then you better start writing your will. Once upon a time, everybody was biting my skill. Now my anger's starting to fill. Eat at MC like a 3-course meal in a restaurant, but I won't pay for the bill. But I might just stay for the thrill. When I spit bars, I'm like the coronavirus and SARS. I'll start making it ill. You don't really want it with me. You're better off taking a pill. I got fans in Australia, New Zealand, and I got fans in Brazil. You could have come with 7, 8, 9 or 10 MCs. I bet you could have handled me still. It's just the beginning. Any type of competition I'm winning. Your favourite MC are spinning. And use domestic violence just like when men hit women. I'm mad like a Japanese man with a sword in my hand, man, I can't stop swinging. Hit a man with a headbutt, do a backflip, then fly kick him. You don't want me to take the flick knife out, start flicking it, make you start bricking it. Yeah, I'm too sick in it. You eat your fingers after the bean in your nose, you dirty bastard, stop picking it. Sure, I come sipping it. Empty the bottle, I might bust your lip with it. Make you take all the money out your bank, then go and buy a brand new 20 plate whip with it. Literally, these other MCs ain't pissed to me. Better learn their history, cause if it weren't for me, they would have been a mystery. I had to take time out the music game, everything was going too quick for me. But now that I'm back, anytime I jump on the track, it's a flawless victory. Who's the best MC? I'm one of them. Who's the best MC? I'll prove it. Even your mum gets down to my music. I heard that your dad gets down to my music. Make you go crazy, make you all lose it. Get mad like an alarm when you snooze it. If an MC wants beef, I'll diffuse it. Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise. Smoke an MC like hash, burning. Go back to class, start learning. You can't talk to me if you ain't earning. Treat them kind of man like vermin. When I was sending for man and I didn't send back, it was very concerning. Fuck it, I'm gonna keep the flame burning. I'm looking for a body, so I'm gonna keep searching. I'm one of the greatest, like Muhammad Ali or Tyson. Your girl's a freak. Every week she sucks my dick like a Dyson. To kill, I've got the license, but I'm not 007. Murdering people without no weapon. Intimidating face expression. It's just the beginning. Any type of competition I'm winning. Your favourite MC are spinning. And use domestic violence just like when men hit women. I'm mad like a Japanese man with a sword in my hand, man, I can't stop swinging. Hit a man with a headbutt, do a backflip, then fly kick him.
Systems are offline.
Yeah. Devilman, flawless victory, freestyle. Shout Shane said he's smoking it up. Shouts Peter said he saw Gangreens in Independent, Sunderland, a few years back. Would have been a good few years back now. So now, after taking a bit of a break away from the scene, in 2018, Cush Promotions came back with the ultimate bang and smashed it with what they were doing, first of all, but secondly, who they brought up. Now, this guy, the first one to come back, the first gig to come back with is always you got to have someone big, but this was a guy who was big, but also it's mad because now he's even bigger, which is crazy. You're hearing him on the radio all the time. He's doing tracks with mad people, mad features all the time, different genres, smashing it up. And he came to Newcastle, the O2, where Cush did the first comeback gig, and he smashed the fucking roof off it. Like, and he brought up Tanner and Bowser and all the man there, Desper, all of them. They're all real sick guys, man. Like proper geezers. And it was a sick night, and everyone who was there will agree. And anyone who performed, like I was lucky enough to support him on that night, and oh, what a vibe! Just from the crowd as well. Like everyone was proper feeling it. It was just. It was one of them legendary type things. Like it was sick. It was a sick one to come back with, and the show was immense as well. We smoked up good. We drank up good. And if you don't know by now, I'm obviously talking about JK, artist from Birmingham. And yeah, he's been doing absolute bits. We all know him from Toothache, things like that. But this latest one that we're gonna play you now, it's called Novocaine, and it features Remtrex. It's one of the latest ones. It's very new. It's an absolute banger. Like, it's a shame. Remtrex had a few bangers upcoming, I think, and it would have been good for us to maybe do something with Remtrex in the future. But he's back in pen. Free up Rem. Free up Rem. Shouts Danny Riley. I know he likes a bit of Remtrex. But yeah, this one is a banger, and JK absolutely smashed it. Shouts Cush Promotions. It was an absolute. Shouts all the artists as well who supported. They were sick, and everyone who came out. This one's called Novocaine. It's JK Remtrex. Let's go.
Your systems are offline.
Man, know the game, lie the cane, Novocaine. Hide your pain up your nose again. Sniff that till you don't know your name. I said sniff that, trust man, know the game. Lie the cane, Novocaine. Hide your pain up your nose again. Sniff that till you don't know your name. I said sniff that till you don't know your name. Yeah, they all go mad when it runs out. They all go mad when it runs out. Eyes light up when it comes out. No freebies, get funds out. They all go mad when it runs out. Trust they all go mad. Yo, I come true like Johnny Depp in Blow. Looking like I stepped in snow. Yeah, I knew 1 million air in the coat tin left him broke. He had too many debts involved and his girlfriend left him cold. Yeah, the tin gets bashed into in the bass if he pressed it. No. When I wanna point to, who did I point to? Blood it's all over you, bad notes over your coins too. A man work all week just to drown their sorrows and blow it on sniff. And now I don't judge, no one, I just wait and see who starts coming on diff. Yeah, sometimes it gets all too much. Them times where you pour too much. Yo, my G, take time on that. Cause that shit makes you talk too much. And your favourite celebrities on it. And some man build integrity from it. I can see it in your eyes, it's playing to see blood. Nobody said you was on it, trust me, man, know the game. Lie the cane, Novocaine. Hide your pain up your nose again. Sniff that till you don't know your name. I said sniff that, trust man, know the game. Lie the cane, Novocaine. Hide your pain up your nose again. Sniff that till you don't know your name. I said sniff that till you don't know your name. Yeah, they all go mad when it runs out. They all go mad when it runs out. Eyes light up when it comes out. No freebies, get funds out. They all go mad when it runs out. Just they all go mad, yo.
And it's rem trek. Gotta lick that sail. Food gets pressed, but it's still fire. We'll send you off the rail. On the covers, acting like bin men, I see you on the tail. And if I'm slanging by next year, then in this music thing, I didn't fail. Got your girl saying, I wanna sniff some Yale. But we don't sell s'mores. You can take that piece that was left on the scale. Better sniff that all up and not leave no trail. When it runs out, people are off the rail. Fish scale, like Al Pacino. Feel like I'm Scarface living. 2 girls with me at casino. I know some big boy bosses. Look at the stamp and he know where the bricks came from. If it's been tampered, he know. Man, know the game.
Lie the cane, Novocaine. Hide your pain up your nose again. Sniff that till you don't know your name. I said sniff that, trust man, know the game. Lie the cane, Novocaine. Hide your pain up your nose again. Sniff that till you don't know your name. I said sniff that till you don't know your name. Yeah, they all go mad when it runs out. They all go mad when it runs out. Eyes light up when it comes out. No freebies, get funds out. They all go mad when it runs out. Just they all go mad, yo.
JK, Remchecks, Novocaine. Now that was the second time actually that JK had been involved with Cush. A lot earlier on, before Cush took a bit of a break, they had Mike Righteous. He come through and he brought JK with him and he performed for free. What a geezer. And now look at him. Try getting that shit now. Yes. But yeah, literally all of his boys were sound as. Still like you know, they all doing bits within themselves. I mean, one of them, for instance, Bowser Boss, absolute sick guy now, a sick producer, but he's just started doing a bit more solo tracks, MCing himself and things like that, and he's sick with it, man. He is actually sick with it. Now, you often see that producers, you know, they can spit in that as well. They know how things are meant to flow and things like that. And he has been on hooks in the past. He was on JK's Moscow hook. And he was also on Pull Up, and he's been on a few others, but this next one we're going to come with, Bowser Boss, it's Big Risk. It's one of his solo tracks. It's quite new. It was brought out this year, I believe. So let's go in with this next one. It's Bowser Boss, Big Risk, Birmingham MC. Let's go.
Reggae Radio.
Yeah, just get it raw, man. Don't give him nothing else, bro. Just give him it raw, bro. Don't change it for nothing. Yo, I used to lend fibers off my mum, now I throw her a quid. When I pass her the dough, she says, be careful, kid. Yo, my pockets were thin. Now they're looking kinda big. Little scabby ass youth going school with skids. I ain't ashamed of nothing. I never had nothing. Angry underneath this smile. Press my button. I ain't got the balls, but this money will cook him. I'll have him shaking in the cold like